Please welcome the First Lady of the United States, accompanied by Cleo Wade and the 2023 National Student Poets.
Hello. Hello, and welcome to the White House. And I'm excited to celebrate the 2023 National Student Poets. So we're doing things a little bit differently this year, and we've invited the communities and schools and teachers of our student poets to join us so that they can be part of honoring our poets and marking this very special day. So, St. Louis, Salt Lake City, Brooklyn, Norman, Oklahoma, and Lakeland, Florida, thank you for being here with us today. In so many moments throughout my life, I've turned to poetry. In my darkest nights and brightest days, in times of unbridled joy and unbearable heartbreak, poetry has been a refuge, a soothing companion that gives voice to emotions I can't always articulate on my own. Poetry feeds our spirits when we're hungry for something more. It traces the contours of our sorrow and our joy. It shows us our shared humanity. In a world that asks us to sprint from moment to moment, to meeting, poetry reminds us to slow down, take a breath, and appreciate the celestial beauty that's around us. So Gabby and Jackie, Kaylin, Miles, and Shangri-La, thank you for reminding us to stand and stare. You've added so much beauty and texture to our worlds with your words. And we need your talents and gifts now more than ever. In a world full of too much busyness, too much tumult, too much pain, you show us a way through the darkness. You remind us that we are not alone, that our similarities are infinite and our differences are precious. Cleo Wade tells us that it's the little things every day that add up to big things. Small daily habits that build long-term meaningful change. One step that can begin a heroic journey. Each day you live out that advice. In smudges of ink and rushed lines on a screen, you make a daily habit of bearing witness. I know that habit isn't easy to maintain. I know that some days it's hard to sort of carve out time to protect that sacred space for your art. Life will always get in the way. There will always be drawers to organize, emails to check, friends to see. But as the world continues to beckon at your doorstep, demanding more and more of your time and attention and your energy, I hope you remember this room. I hope you wrap yourselves in this moment and draw strength from its power. And I hope you know that President Biden and Vice President and the second gentleman and I see you and we hear you. And we're counting on you to keep going. Keep sharing your gift with the world. Thank you. And thank you to all your families and your teachers of course, for supporting your art. I know they're proud, and isn't it wonderful to have Cleo as our MC for today's celebration. Cleo, thank you for taking the time to be here today. Thank you. I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Biden. I am I'm so grateful to be here today in honor of these remarkable writers. Whenever I sit down to write, I always ask myself the same question, which is, if all of your dreams came true, would they just change you or would they change the world? Poetry has a unique power to offer incredible healing to our personal hardships. When we take what's in our hearts and we put it on the page, something beautiful happens. We not only create the balm our own soul needs, we simultaneously turn our lives into an offering for others. Poetry reminds the people in our communities that they are not alone in their experiences. It both inspires and befriends its reader. I had the pleasure of reading these moving works by Gabby, Jackie, where I'm like, where's everyone? Shangri-La, Miles, and Colin prior to today, and I'm in awe of your gifts, truly. And I'm so thankful that you have created these offerings for our world. So, I'm excited to MC. Not emceed something before. So now as we transition, I want to spotlight our poets. It's my honor to welcome our hometown watch parties, which will be happening on these screens. And we begin with Mr. Joel Long, Gabby's creative writing teacher at Rowland Hall in Salt Lake City, Utah. Mr. Long, take it away.
Hello, I'm Joel Long. I've been teaching Gabriella Miranda for 4 years here at Rowland Hall in Salt Lake City. Gabby showed her gifts as a writer from her first classes with me in 9th grade. As a voracious reader and lover of words, Gabby has an instinct for images and rhythm that resonate in the deepest channels of human experience. The range of her voice holds wit, candor, gravity, and emotion with authenticity. Insightful from our first meeting, Gabby exhibits wisdom that continues to grow through her craving for feedback and capacity for revision, as well as through her curiosity and empathy, all exhibited in her writing and in her activism in our community. Gabby represents perfectly all the wonderful young writers who have come through Rowland Hall's program, including her remarkable sister, Alessandra. As one of the national student poets, Gabriella Miranda will represent the art of poetry with power and grace. I couldn't be more proud of her. Here's Gabriella Miranda.
Hello, my name is Gabriella Miranda. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I represent the West region. This is my poem, Almanac. At night, it still looks and feels like butter here, the sun stretching its yawn twice as long as usual. Something in me soothes like a wrinkle, a spread of earlobe pink twisting to meet the grass. Spring is the year's exfoliant, awkward and coming undone out of time, a season to recall scents just as they were in gauzed sleep, holding the effulgence in papered, braided fingers. Leola's leaf-veined palms coaxing a breeze out of her sunroom, Lisa's sacrament she takes while kneeling in her garden, Alessandra's book opening its mouth to the mountains, my thirst to drink the sun dry with my skin, now a terracotta prune, my mother's mother, my mother and my mother's daughters, an elastic nesting doll for the gaps in yellow, green, and peony pink. The ice-white solvent of January retreats like teeth into a gum. Here the women come alive just before the flowers do, in time to see their Valentine's heads pierce the line of soft earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabby. That was so beautiful. I now invite Jackie's classmate, Chastity Riley, at Polk State Collegiate High School in Lakeland, Florida. Chastity?
Hi, I'm Chastity Riley, a friend of Jackie Flores here at Polk State Lakeland Gateway College Collegiate High School. Jackie and I met earlier this year when we both joined student government. Jackie's an amazing person, and we are all here today supporting you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Flores. I am from Fort Meade, Florida, and I am representing the Southeast region. I'm going to be reading my poem that is written in Spanish called Sueño Americano. Sueño americano. A través de noches de insomnio y la distancia del sol, a través del dolor y la agonía temo, mucho más el mal que lo correcto. Una vez que llegue, respuestas estar esperando. Mi sudor corre por lo largo de mi costado, movimientos repetidos por mis brazos para un día cesar, el deseo de vivir que en mi deber yo brindo, y el dolor que no parece aliviar. Sus ojos críticos sobre mí se acuestan, algo que nunca he visto pero siempre he oído. Fue que ese sueño libre me hará. El sueño siempre anhelado y siempre recurrido. Mi forma de ser, redimido por grano será, para nuestro sueño americano algún día realizar. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. I now invite Shangri-La's classmate, Sahara Asher, at John Burroughs High School.
Hello, my name is Sahara Asher, and Shangri-La is one of my closest friends. For the past 2 years, I have had the privilege of reading a countless number of her poems. I am inspired by her every day. Shangri-La is not just a great writer in her own right. She has the incredible ability to make those around her better, elevating the whole community. For that, I am grateful. Because of her, I am a better writer and a better person. Just last Friday, we spent a few hours after school writing together and reading each other's work. It was the highlight of my week. Shangri-La, I know I speak for the entire John Burroughs community when I say I am so proud of you. Let's hear from her.
Hello, my name is Shangri-La, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, representing the Midwest region. I'm going to read my poem, Cardinal Direction. Cardinal Direction. I'm no ornithologist, but when you're wading through shin-deep snow with no jacket, no manufactured layer differentiating you from your wildness, you become the same as all of the other animals in the last reaches of winter, waiting out that singular purpose of survival. If some other Bible-bound man saw you running out, eyes widened upward, he'd say you were looking for God in that infinite and thawing sky. Could you prove him wrong? Your eyes dart from red to red on coniferous green, the searching like a drawl the tongue holds against the hungry cave of its mouth, or the patient pushing every year of birdsong against silence. Thank you.
Thank you, Shangri-La. That was so beautiful. I now invite Miles' classmate, Leave Parsons, joining us from Hunter College High School in Brooklyn, New York.
Hi, everyone. My name is Leave Parsons. I'm a friend of Miles Hardingwood here at Hunter College High School in New York City. Miles, I've known you since 6th grade when you helped me sell Girl Scout cookies at my mom's office. But what we really bonded over was poetry. From Herald Square to Federal Hall to the Schomburg Center to starting the poetry club at school together, it's been amazing to watch you grow as a poet and a performer. Your dedication to using your art to advocate for social change is an inspiration to us all. You've come a long way since we read each other's poetry on your front porch. We're all so proud of you. Congratulations.
My name is Miles Hardingwood. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I represent the Northeast region. My poem's called Recipe. Like any good grandson, I followed traditions your kids were too rebellious to learn. Your hands were mottled with calluses, and your forearms had the muscle of farm life buried under sheets of white hair. You seemed to me a god when you kneaded sticky dough into stone countertops to turn flour and yeast and yolk and salt to bread. I seemed to be some misread Kronos when I devoured those sibling-braided loaves this year. It seems to me your flesh is in that recipe, your essence preserved in flour and Crisco and tepid water and poppy seeds, and I with jaws like railroad tracks and teeth like headstones, like margarine, swallow your bones to remember. Like any good grandson, I sleep in the bed you couldn't escape and never ask which side was yours. Your pillows are thumbtacks and my neck is a bullet hole. The statue of you in the ceiling is dusty and stained with scotch and pond scum. I don't cry when I see it, but my eyes do leak tractor oil when I remember how my feet used to fit on top of yours as they pushed the pedals, how your lap got too small to be a seat, how the ashes from your fireplace smell like how I wasn't there to spread yours. Like any good grandson, I take the memories and armchairs and don't ask for more. A reek of sympathy and gratitude for the time we had and don't taste like ivy at all. I don't say how I dreamed you came back as a secret I couldn't keep, then left again, but this time I knew we are 1 part sugar, 2 parts flour, 1 part seafoam, 1 part peppermint, 2 parts maize, 3 parts firewood, 1 part grape juice, 2 parts rhubarb, and we will swim together again. Thank you.
Thank you, Miles. Finally, I invite Callan's classmate Fishy Madden, joining us from Norman High School in Oklahoma.
Hello, my name is Fishy Madden. I'm a close friend of Callan here in Norman. We at Norman High we are infinitely proud to see our national poet speak today. Callan, you are a super racehorse. All I love is it. Introducing Callan McKinney.
I'm Callan McKinney from Norman, Oklahoma. I represent the Southwest region, and I will be reading the Shell gas station sign. The Shell gas station sign floats in floodwater. The man at the counter calls me street smart because I know what food stamps look like and how to use them. He asks if I need air from the pump outside. Thanks, but I have my own. You're so down to earth, he says, laughing. Thanks, the water at our ankles. We all are. Haven't you noticed? The hour we give up in spring returns as autumn.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. I know I'm not alone when I say that we will be taking these words with us today and for a long time. And for final remarks, Dr. Beckett.
Weren't they amazing? I think we ought to go. Really. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. And to our student poets, it was so wonderful to hear your poems. And we're all leaving here inspired and more reflective because of your words. So thank you all for being here. Welcome to the White House. Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Guess we're walking off.